But the whole point of that is that this subjective experience that we are all thrown in, everyone as individuals, it requires, especially when we're communicating one-on-one, or how we're perceiving reality, or how reality is kind of how we're being subjective to reality, right? It requires a filtration of trust and faith, which probably right there was a huge trigger, right? All these words are wrapped up in so many muddled layers, and it doesn't even have to be those more classically negative, right? It's beyond the spectrum of positivity and negativity when we're dealing this close personal truths of ours and these web and weaving of wounds and traumas and experience that has shaped and warped and stored in our bodies that are flowing through the memory of water in our cells and our blood and our tears. And all of that falls back on this trust that this perception, this communication, these messages that we're either transmitting or receiving are going to be communicated in the way they are intended. Obviously, there's no way to guarantee that. There's no way to ensure that based upon an individual experience. So you can only hope that whatever you are trying to transmit is being received accordingly. And that this is back to that title of the essay, The Language of the Heart, that heart filter, the heart mind, that awareness that ultimately knows that, like, I'm coming from a place of love. I'm coming from a place of at least my truth of that moment, wherever that broad perspective has been. Now I am thinking more in the realms of spheres and orbs, rather than a hierarchical kind of structure with this. That inner shell, that heart center, is rippling outward, and we can talk about it in terms of like spiral dynamics, integral theory, and things like that. And there's a lot of truth in that. But those are more words and concepts that might get confusing. But the outward sphere, beyond the self, beyond the collective, beyond the planetary, and then beyond the cosmic.